This is AFCRDTV and the final scoreline at the Dovecote Stadium. Shepshed Dynamo 2, AFC Rushden Diamonds 1. I'm speaking now with Joe O'Neill, number 4 for AFC Rushden Diamonds. And Joe, a tough loss for Diamonds today.
Yeah, it's disappointing. It's really disappointing. Obviously, we've had 2 weeks off, and I thought we've been working really hard in training, and we've come into it with a positive attitude, and it's not gone for us today. Yeah, so that's all I can really say on that, really.
It was tough to give up a goal so quickly, only in the 9th minute by Milwin Yongo, and all of a sudden Diamonds are already trailing 1-0.
Yeah, but it was like that 2 weeks ago against Anstey, like conceding early, and then we're always against the run of play. But I don't feel like we crumbled at all. I thought there was times in the game where we were the better team, but it's just sometimes going forward we're just not getting the chances, and I can't really put my finger on it at the moment.
And to their credit, Shaquille Master with a heck of a goal in the 40th minute. George Rose didn't really have much of a chance from about 25 yards into the top left corner of the net. So you find yourself trailing 2-0. What was the mood of the team at halftime?
You know what, we came in on a positive, because like I said, the gaffer said it's probably the best that we've played all season on the ball, but the red cards obviously killed us, and you can't help him stanching one from 25 yards. So it's just one of us football. It's just one of them.
Truthfully, I thought the referee lost a little bit of control of the match in, say, the last 5 to 10 minutes.
Yeah,
that was a crazy ending, wasn't it?
I think there was decisions throughout the whole game that he's probably going to look back and think maybe it was the wrong decision. But that's, like I said, it's football again. Like, you can't do anything about it. You have to get on with it. But yeah, there was definitely times in the game where I feel like he lost the game a little bit.
Well, in the 90th minute, Will Jones, who had come into the game in the second half as a substitute, Jonesy kept his cool and was spot on the penalty kick, and now you're trailing only 2-1.
Yeah.
It was a mad finish, and then all of a sudden, all hell broke loose in the last couple of minutes.
But it's just, I thought, again, like we've scored the penalty in the 90th minute, but we've had chances again. We've had chances towards the end of the game, and it was the exact same carbon copy of the Anstey game. Last 10 minutes, we came at them, and we had chances, but we just can't. We don't have any luck at the moment. So
personally, Joe, you're still fairly new to the team.
Yeah.
How have you found it so far with AFC R&D?
I've really liked coming in. I've been in probably 3 weeks now, and I'm just happy to be enjoying my football again. Obviously, I've been out for probably a year, I'd say, without playing, just through injuries. But the gaffer and the assistant, they've been really good with me. The lads have welcomed me, and I'm really starting to enjoy my football again. So hopefully we can kick on, start getting the results, and me personally start getting as many minutes as I can now.
Well, very good, Joe. Thanks for your time, and hopefully we'll turn it around against Walsall Wood.
Yeah, 100%.
Cheers.
We have to dust ourselves down and go again. Thank you.
Michael, it's a 2-1 defeat on the road here today. How did you see it?
Joseph, it's frustrating. Times they're clearly a better team. But if we're going to talk about the game itself, I think moments changed the game, and fortunately we were on the end of some questionable moments, if I put it that way, unfortunately. But look, it is what it is. We can't go back on them. But overall, proud of the fight and the determination for the boys, really. And like I said, that's all we can bounce in next Tuesday.
Do you feel it was a case where, similarly to Anstey, we just left it a little bit too late to score and given ourselves too much to do in too little time?
Possibly, 100%. Like you said, I think if we look at the game, especially the second half, for a team down to 10 men for large periods of that, we were on top. We pegged them back. We had chances, half chances. It's coming, but like I said, we keep saying that it eventually needs to click and the penny needs to drop, that we need to get results on the board. And like I said, we've got to lift them now and just build the spirit back up and go again, because it was a tough one today. I think more mentally rather than physically. I think there was a lot out there that went against us today, but sometimes that's football.
What did you make of your side's reaction after going down to 10 in that first half?
We said it now, I think, especially that first half performance. It was some of the best football we've played all season. I think we were brave on the ball, we were patient on the ball, and we were finding little pockets, and we were playing through the midfield. And like I said, we were creating chances. We nearly scored in the first 10 seconds, don't forget, with Cairo. Just couldn't get it back across the goal. Like I said, I'm not worried in terms of that. We're creating. Like I said, it's tough. We like I said, a lot of the time today we were down a man, and moments change games. That's what I'm going to say.
Yeah, goals change games, and they obviously took the lead after 9 minutes. Good trickery and finish from the winger, and then an excellent long-range strike for the second one. How do you look back at those goals?
Yeah, like you said, the first one we'll look back, but like you said, it's a bit of magic, isn't it? And well, both were a bit of magic. When we looked at the start of the season, the goals we were giving away were probably from mistakes from ourselves, that we were giving goals away. But now it's no consolation really, but we're making teams have to work for their goals, which is better obviously, but we need to. We'll look back at it. There will be bits that we can obviously improve on defensively, but I said in terms of little too late, yeah. But I think that just shows the fitness levels of the boys. They keep going. They never say die attitude. And at the end of the day, as a gaffer, that's what I need at this moment where we are.
We're coming out of a period where we've not had a lot of games due to postponements and things like that. I think prior to today, we'd only had one game this month. You're now entering a period where you've got a lot of games. You've got 8 more to come before the end of the calendar year. How do you look ahead to this next period and the month of December?
Yeah, I think it's tough when you, like you said, you're playing and then you've got a couple of weeks and you play and it's tough because, like you said, you can train and you can keep the fitness levels up, but it's that match sharpness we need. And like I said, now with these good run of games, like I said, we'll bounce into them, and I think we'll be better off for it. I think hopefully we'll put a nice little run together in this Christmas period, and like I said, we'll look back at this and say this was the turning point of the season. Like I said, that's how we're viewing it, and we're going to give it everything we've got in these next 8.
You mentioned in your interview a couple of weeks ago that bar maybe 1 or 2 players, this is the squad that's going to take us forward. How confident are you that this group of players can try and get us out of the predicament that we're in?
I sit there, Joe, and I think, like I said, you've got to look at large parts of that game, and we have a very good team, and I think it's tough because, like I said, at the end of the day, the results and the positions don't lie where we are at the minute. But like I said, they're a good group of players, and once it's trying to get them to realise that. I think at the moment they're so low on confidence, and there's things maybe where, especially in final third, where maybe we should hit it a bit earlier, and it's just like I said, they're just maybe not fancying themselves maybe, but like I said, it will come, and we will continue as a group to encourage each other and push each other on. And I said we're a good side, and I feel like we've got enough certainly to get out where we're at.
And just lastly, it's a quick turnaround before we welcome Walsall Wood to Hayden Road this Tuesday. We've obviously had a couple of red cards today that might take effect for them. We've got a couple of injuries in the camp as well, so can you give us any early sort of team news insights ahead of that one at all?
Yeah, like I said, it's a tough one. Best thing for me is let the boys recover today, and like I said, we need to see where we're at with the two red cards. And like we said, we've got to see where the boys are, how they're feeling tomorrow and the next couple of days. Like I said, it's going to need everyone quite clearly. We've said that all along. It's not an 11 and it's not subs, it's everyone. And like I said, people are going to now have to step in and, like I said, take their chance. And they've got that shirt, keep it. Like I said, if we can pick up some points now, it's going to be hard to drop players. So, like I said, it's a great opportunity for some lads, and like I said, we've got to keep going.
Well, thanks for coming to speak to us, Michael. We'll see you on Tuesday.
Tuesday.